Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jeffrey Darty. Shortly, I'll have with that other guy, what's his name? Jay Campbell joining me. We're going to do a little follow-up on the epic, legendary interview that we just conducted with Jason Rice, a veteran of the Secret Space program. And we're going to talk about what we talked about. We'll give you some chance to maybe talk with Jay and I, and we'll get a chance to speculate on the things that we've been talking, the things that we were talking about, and just give everybody another chance to hang out a little bit, ask some questions, question some answers, and do the kind of stuff that we do. So here we are, here I am, and I think that Jay will be here presently. I sent him the invitation, and we'll get this thing rocking and rolling. I hope everybody knows to come over from the other dealio. And I don't know if I'm even on the new one yet, but here it is. Jay Campbell is here. So let me let Jay in. Should we let Jay in? Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Sorry.
I'm going to have to get my own channel. I can't speak. Uh-oh, I can't hear you now. I'm in YouTube timeout. Oh, you're in mute.
Myself.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah, I told you I forgot how to use YouTube for a little while, or whatever this is, Zoom for a little while. So Jay, what an epic interview, huh?
Wow, dude, I'm completely mind blown. I mean, no offense to the great Bob Sanders, who's an amazing guy who sent us some amazing follow-up questions, which you and I know about, but I don't know, Jeff. I mean, it almost like if that guy's fake, all I can say is he's watched like he's got a photographic memory and he's watched every episode that you and I have ever done together in the last year and a half, because his stuff was right on.
Jay, it was right on. And, having been in the military for 6 years, there's no doubt that at the very least, that guy was in the military. He was in the military at a high level. He was in the military at a top secret plus level, because he knows all of the lingo. Yes. He knows all of the acronyms, and he looks and he acts like a guy that's been there and done that. So there's no doubt in my mind he's been involved in very high elite levels of military service, and everything that he says rings true. And I was kind of, again, surreptitiously, my vocabulary's fleeing me. I was working the rods out of camera range, and it was confirming everything the guy was saying. So
everybody in our group have all written in right now, and they're saying, I believe him. I believe him. I believe him. I believe him. There's something about the guy. It's like I told you, remember when I first talked to the guy, I said, he's so humble. He's so high conscious. You sense his chakras when you're in a room, obviously Zoom, because this is the same thing to me now. We can really see people's faces and their body language. There's no way. And by the way, another thing to me that proves that it's not BS is that we were under attack, Jeff. When was the last time we were under attack? We were not under attack with Bob Sanders.
We weren't.
We were under attack in that interview. And if people go back and they watch where it went down, it was when we started talking about the reptilians, and we started talking right about that, about the secret space program, who's behind it. That's when it went down.
And David says he looked like a man that couldn't be rattled. Skies Above says it looks like he was the best guest that we ever had. Nadine says that he knew stuff. Yeah. It was great stuff. I really think that he was definitely, Kathy says he was on the ball, and right off the bat she knew. Yeah, I mean, and Robert USN vet, third generation. This is a guy that is literally brilliant, and he was very much impressed with him as well.
Well, put it this way. Again, there's no coincidences in life. God works in very mysterious ways. Whoever God / the creator of all, the background quantum field is, that we ended up having the interview on Veterans Day. I mean, Jeff, it's incredible that nothing was planned. And guys, you got to trust me and Jeff when I say this. We did not even think about that. Jason never mentioned it to us. Nothing. And here it was that we ended up having this on Veterans Day at a special time, different than we normally have it. Man, we had almost 500 people watching live. Is that a record?
That's pretty close. If it's not a record, it's right up there. And it was just, and I mean, it was amazing. We also got hit by a whole bunch of trolls, which is unusual. So there was definitely some opposition to this interview. And, you know, it was very appropriate, as Tracy says, for the date change. And again, we didn't think about that. I don't think forward enough. I don't even know what I'm going to do for breakfast. I literally have nothing in the house for breakfast. So that's how far away I think. But tomorrow's a fast day anyway, according to the blowtorch diet. Veterans
Day was yesterday. Whoever just said that, Michael or Michelle, I'm sorry, but they're celebrating obviously on a work day. So it's Monday. So everything was off as a holiday. It was a bank holiday today. Kids are off. But yeah, I mean, that was mind blowing, man.
Tracy makes an interesting point, Jay. It was weird because even some of the people that are regulars were unruly in the chat room. Craziness.
I don't know really what to say. I mean, his stuff about the demiurge was so right on, dude. My head, I'm telling you, I was posting in the group, the people that were watching, I was like, I had sweat running down my back. I've never, ever had that before.
Is that unusual for you to have sweat running down your back?
I mean, like, I was like, whoa, like this guy is so in on this. Like he is really dialed in. And then, you know, talking about, you know, sure, it's biblical. Sure, it's Lucifer. Sure, it's an ancient, you know, evil. And sure, I mean, and then the fact too, that he just hit on like all the texts have been manipulated, which is what you and I always talk about. And that how can anybody ever be proven right? Because they're so smart, you know, and if they are interdimensional beings, you know, from a higher level consciousness, what if the one thing he said though about the Anunnaki, and again, no one knows, but it does stand to reason that they did bounce out of here. They tweaked us and they bounced out of here. You know, I've been so trying to figure out if the Anunnaki are just another name for the reptilian overlords or the archons, but maybe they're really not. And that's why they're not here. So many people think they are here in the background manipulating us, but what if they're really not? What if it really just is reptilian and archon mind control?
Yeah. Or what if all of it is just made up and trying to get us off point of knowing that we're the real gods? We're the ones that are supposed to take control.
Well, I think we are. I mean, I think that, you know, the overarching thesis is that all of these beings have come back and done something to our genetics and our DNA.
Rocky Stucci says that he just had to go up on top of a building, look up and freak out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it was so good, guys. I mean, honestly, it was so
deep. It takes a lot to rattle Rocky Stucci, trust me.
It was so inspirational. And like they said, I mean, he was not lying. I mean, I'm a professional body language reader, and he did not one time waver or like give you off a thing where it's like, you know what, I'm going to make this up. I mean, he was very humble and very honest. Obviously very knowledgeable and well-researched, but his story checks out like completely. And that's what everybody else says too. So if they did create a guy to be the stool pigeon to make us all believe that what he's telling us is the truth, they picked the greatest, most high conscious human being on the planet. Because
I am a master practitioner of neuro-linguistic programming, and I was watching his eye movements and his body language. And one thing I can tell you for sure is he 100% believes what he's saying.
Yes, there's no BS.
Accessing from memory. He wasn't creating. He was definitely talking to us about experiences that he believes that he had. Robert USN Vet says he thinks our channel got jammed.
We did.
And it's always a good sign in a strange way.
No, we got jammed. We got hit. They were like I said, guys, go back and watch when it hit. It was right when I was trying, because you texted me or like, get through with the damn question.
That's what she's talking about. Yeah, he was accessing memories. You could see from the position of his eyes. He wasn't being creative. He was accessing memory.
No, I mean, I'm telling you guys, that was, I mean, wow. Talk about like spiritually, like amped up right now. Amazing. I mean, he's just such a good person. Like you just sense it about him, you know, it's like, why would he be there to BS us?
I think so. Unlike most of the people that are doing what he does, you know, most of them are trying to do everything they can to get themselves up front, and they have books and websites, and
he makes nothing.
I know, it's crazy. He really is coming. And, you know, being in the military, I understand a little bit more about these guys, and he was very much about, you know, helping the ones that have fallen, honoring those that have served. And I mean, that's Semper Fi stuff right there.
Listen, there's a guy, you know, Joe, if you guys watch, and again, we encourage you guys to watch the videos that he's done prior to us. And, you know, I'm not going to suck both of us off right now, but our interview was so much better than any of us. I mean, than anyone before us. And it wasn't just because we're better than those guys. I just think it was right place, right time, and everything came together on Veterans Day and we asked the right questions. But I mean, dude, that was just so good. I mean, like I said, I'm kind of speechless right now for me to.
Hey, we might be better than those guys. You never know.
I mean, I just don't want to be that egoic, F you pay me that I used to be. It comes out every now and then, but it was so good. And the questions were just, I thought, very well received. And this, when you interview someone professionally, and I guess you could say we're professional interviewers now because we do it with so many people. I mean, I do it on my podcasts. You do it with your talking to people. But his biorhythms and feedback to our questions were like, we put him in a place where he felt really comfortable.
Right.
And it just went in a direction that he was like really excited to talk about. Like a lot of times he said, wow, that's a great question. Or, you know what, that's an interesting question. How about the question where he's like, you know what, it's such a good question. I don't know if I can answer right now. I need to think about it.
Yeah. That was I really appreciated that he did that.
Yeah. I mean, what do you guys think?
Wear him out. That's why I said, let's cut this off a little bit early.
No, you're totally right. And the people were saying it too. His eyes got glossed over. And he told me he's got to shut it down at 9 o'clock for family reasons and stuff. But guys, what do you guys think? I mean, I know you guys have been saying, but do you guys believe it? Just say yes, believable.
Alana says, yes, it was great. Hello to Scotty Roberts. Scotty Roberts and Rocky Stucci in the building.
What's up, Scotty?
Ann Foster says, blew my mind. So they'll start rolling in now. Wake Up says, yes. Buzz Vessel says, very genuine. Stephen Reed says, you might have already touched on this, but who's the father? Yes, Scotty Roberts says, absolutely. Michelle Cannon-Free, believable. Tracy Dyer.
Yeah, peeled my hair back, Hillard Ward. That did to me too, man. Peeled my hair back too. I mean, there were Jeff and I, when we know we have something good going, we'll text each other in the background. And I was like, Jeff, this is legit. And he wrote back, yeah.
No doubt about it. I believe he believes, says Hopi Ing.
Yeah.
Somebody says, did I miss the interview? Yeah, you did.
But that's why it's called YouTube. There is the rewind.
There it is. The trafficking makes me sad, says Tracy Dyer. And he was very upfront about that there is interstellar. And I wonder if there's interdimensional slave trade.
I know, man. There's questions. You guys, if you watch this, and obviously a lot of people are going to watch this over the next couple of weeks, please send an email to Jeff and I if you have an awesome follow-up question, because the more we can source them from you guys, the better the show is, because obviously we're just two people and you guys are thousands. So if you got an awesome question, you know our emails, you know how to get a hold of us, hit us up, send us the question. And we'll put them together. I mean, these questions were not just sourced by me. I mean, we sourced them amongst our inner circles, and they were really amazing questions. The one question we didn't ask him, Jeff, was number 9, which was about space.
Oh, is space real? Yeah, that would have been a great question.
I mean, I think he kind of answered it, but so guys, the question is, are we actually going into outer space, or is it BS from a standpoint of, is NASA disinfo, which he said it's total disinfo. And then he said, we didn't ask if it was interdimensional only, which Jeff wanted to ask. And then, is it just pure consciousness? And meaning Earth is not a planet, but a realm. And obviously the Great White Brotherhood have talked about that in their Aliens book, that it is interdimensional, ethereal, astral. So maybe it really is. And maybe when he does go to all these planets and, into hyperspace and is off world, maybe it's not truly space, but it's interdimensional.
That's interesting. And I will never ask him what the shape of the Earth is. Forget it. I won't do it.
I mean, who cares, right? I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, if we're looking at a hologram every time we look up in the sky, what we didn't ask, and we should have, is we should have gotten into the direct beam particle, or the particle beam energy weapons that they're using in the fires here in California. Because you guys can go on YouTube, and there are videos all over YouTube showing it happening. And then, Jeff, in my email today,
are they faked?
There's definitely fake stuff on YouTube for sure. But I mean, again, all you have to do is, I posted, everybody in my group, if I can find it, I think it's in the WhatsApp group. Somebody posted today a drone camera going over Malibu while the fires raged. And you guys, I am not kidding you. This is absolutely a breakaway civilization war. It's a war among elites. There are giant mansions gone. And then right next door, like less than 25 or 30 yards, is another mansion completely unscathed. And then there's like mansions incinerated with trees all around the mansions, not even burned.
That's so weird. I'm
telling you, I'll send it to you guys. I'll put it in the link. It's all over. There's thousands of people talking about it. It's absolutely, they're using this, what is called direct energy weapons from space. They're using this satellites or microwave conjecture or whatever it is that they use. The technology's out there, but that's what they're doing. It's particle beam weaponry, and they're just burning places. I don't know if you guys saw, there was a big one, and I can't remember what news it was, but they showed a bridge that burned and collapsed. I mean, we're talking about steel melting. It's impossible.
It's only happened one other time. That was 9/11.
Exactly. We're going back to the same thing. So again, whatever is happening in California, it's elite war. It's a weather war. It's some sort of breakaway civilization. You know, Joseph Farrell always talks about them. They're fighting. It's infighting. It's factional.
Why would they do it, Jay? What's the end game?
Well, if you ask me, it's twofold, and we'll find out in the next 6 months. But it's something to do with its engineering further financial collapse, and then obviously the elites recover off of the insurance. You guys, there will literally be probably I'd say 100 to 200 billion B's in insurance recovery from all of these homes that have burned. I mean, there's already 260 structures in Malibu that are gone. And I'm sure, I mean, you're talking, some of these things are $15, $20 million houses.
So let me just speculate. If these houses are being burned up and if there's going to be great recovery on the insurance, are we having interstellar Jewish lightning?
All I know is I remember reading the article from the hurricane that hit, what was it, 2 years ago off the coast, and all of these companies that hedged, these typical couple insurance providers that were the ones that bankrolled all the ones that went under, and their stock exploded, and there was all this like insider trading. There's always an angle that these wealthy people play when they play their games with the weather and they destroy, homes or, through natural events, acts of God. I mean, there's already an article
with off-planet or SSP type entities, then they could do it.
There's no question that's what it is. It's their technology. They're warring amongst themselves. There's already an article right now, if you guys go on Google, somebody just sent it to me right before we started the show, that now Southern California Edison is taking ownership of starting the fire. That there was a short circuit surge on one of their poles somewhere outside of Malibu. And so now they're blaming it on that. I mean, come on. Yeah, because a forest fire started and burned through indiscriminate houses and burns through bridges of solid steel. I mean, come on. There's no question that something's going on that we don't understand, and they're not going to ever tell us the truth.
Somebody was just telling me that L.A. Marzulli's house burned down.
That's true.
Is it true?
100%. 100% his house burned down. Yes, his house burned down. You guys, that's the thing. I was trying to tell a lot of the guys in the group, and this is funny, right? Because the mainstream news always is fear porn, fear porn, fear porn. Well, guess what? There's no coverage of this because guess what? A lot of the baddies in the cabal who are involved in whatever they do are having their stuff gone. So there's no coverage of it. But if you guys, I wish I could post this.
Fires to the border, Jay.
You what?
How close are the fires to the border where that caravan might breach?
Oh, they're way up. There's nothing in San Diego County. It's all in Southern California, north in the canyons, to the west, to the water. The fires have actually burned to the ocean. And then you've got that's the Woolly fire or the Woolsey fire. And then there's the Camp Fire, which is northern central, east of San Francisco and quote unquote the city. But it's bad. I mean, I'm telling you guys, if you look at a geothermal map of California right now of where the red flag alerts are, and by the way, where it is where I live in LA, you cannot go outside. I mean, you literally, the last 2 days, if you were outside for any amount of time, you would have embers like burning, ash in your throat. It's that bad. It's a red flag alert there's a red flag alert here until 6 p.m. Wednesday evening.
Wow.
It's insane. I mean, it's insane. And, I have pictures and videos. If anybody wants to email me, I'll send them to you. Like stuff I just took last night. It's like, again, post-apocalyptic. I mean, it's incredible what it looks like here. And I'm far away, I'm in West Covina, so I'm far insulated from, where the fires are. I mean, I'm a good 26, I think, miles east, a little bit southeast of where the furthest fire line is on the eastern front of the fire line. But I'm telling you guys, Agora Hills, Malibu, Pacific Palisades, Ventura, Simi Valley, all of these really, really high wealth, homes, multi-million-dollar homes have been incinerated. They are gone. And there's no coverage on the news of it. Incinerated. So
what does this tell us as people that are in the wake up crowd? What do we take from this, Jay?
I don't know, man. I really honestly don't know. Something is going on right now. I don't follow the QAnon stuff anymore. I could care less. But there's so much intel and chatter going on right now, back and forth. Trump just took the Senate. Obviously, they lost the House. There's all kinds of scams going on at the House level in a bunch of states right now. They're doing recounts. It's all nonsense.
I'm wondering if the cabal is not getting really, really nervous.
Who knows, dude?
Drastic actions.
They're definitely taking drastic actions. But I mean, I think that the California fires are actually the quote unquote, good guys are taking out bad guys.
Yeah.
And there's obviously indirectly there are, innocent bystanders who are having their homes incinerated. But I mean, ultimately, Jeff,
bad guys.
Insurance companies are going to collapse from this. They will not be able to, restitute all these people. They'll go belly up. They'll ask for federal funds or federal aid. FEMA has to come in and rescue them. But there's always these other underwriters that are the quote unquote banks and insurers of last resort who benefit from this. So that's where you got to look into if you want a paper trail of like who's investing in those companies way before they have any knowledge of what's going to happen. Because, dude, I'm telling you, there are going to be massive insurance companies that are going to go.
And Scotty Roberts is saying that President Trump warned California to get it.
He's been saying bad things.
Or I'll cut your funding off. How does that do it?
Well, this is just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
My guess is he will literally say to the governor of California, and they won't get the money. And it'll just be, I mean, again, you can't future prophesize that much from this, but this will definitely affect a very quickly, fast declining United States economy right now. Every sector right now in the U.S. economy is declining. All of the BS misinformation that they report in the mainstream news about, the unemployment rate being the lowest it's ever been, it's complete BS. They report people who drive for Uber and Lyft who work 5 hours a week as fully employed. It's the biggest scam ever. Wages have never been lower. We have actually had a declination of wage growth in the last 20 years. Nothing is keeping up. And now, by the way, rates are universally 5% for homes. So if you understand that when about a year and a month ago, we have come up 2 full points. That is unprecedented. People talk about, we're low interest rates still, because I remember when I had a loan for 8%, or 7.25, in the early to mid 2000s. And that's all true. But guys, you got to think of in terms of relativity. If you have a 2.5 or a 3.3% rate, which you could have gotten in the last 5 or 6 years, if you own a home in America, and now the rate has doubled, that would be like the 7 or 8 going to 16.
Oh, that's right.
That's what people don't understand. We are in a market right now where the average homeowner in America cannot sell even with equity because they cannot afford more for less. They can't buy a smaller house that's now overpriced at a higher loan rate than what they currently have. So you have this massive stoppage of people who would normally, quote unquote, buy up or sell up to move. There's no move up buyers. Everyone who sells a house right now is like downsizing or forced to sell because of financial reasons. And that's going to, by the way, get a lot more worse soon when the economy starts.
How far are we from the tribulation? About 1900 years. The tribulation, as talked about in the Bible, happened in AD 70. Get your mind out of the Jesuits' ass.
The tribulation. Nobody knows anything, guys. I mean, again, we don't have any ideas. We can all sit here and speculate. Everything is a riddle wrapped inside an enigma. But there's no question it will take an act of God. It will take Trump, like, removing the Fed. Something would have to happen to prevent the collapse that is inbound. I wrote about this in my email today. We have unprecedented levels of debt, Jeffrey. Unprecedented. People are so leveraged. They don't save money. Then you have literally the brick and mortar economy of this country, which is still the foundational, aspects of the old economy. It's all dying. They can't compete with Amazon. They can't compete with anything that's online. So those two things to me, and then you obviously look at fledgling industries right now, like automotive is dying, real estate values are declining. The real estate market, the equity markets are turbulent. You saw there was a massive collapse in the Dow today. It went down 500 points. Every other day something turbulent happens. So it's like people know that we're heading down. It's just a matter of what can stop this. I don't think anything can. We are debt-ridden. Interest rates have to come up, and we have to get out of the debt. We have to unravel. And how bad the unravel is the question.
That's a great question. Rocky Stucci asked the question. He was watching a documentary yesterday, not on topic, but that's okay. It's Rocky Stucci. And he wondered if Christianity would exist if Jesus was never crucified. Here's the real question, Rocky. Will it continue to exist when people find out that he really wasn't?
Yeah, exactly. Nailed to a tree.
Good question, ladies and gentlemen. Good question. And to wax really conspiratorial, elections coming up in 2020. Trump gets killed in California, obviously. No one loves him there. But if everybody gets burned out and Trump pumps a bunch of federal money into it, does he get himself a few more electoral votes out of California, or is it winner take all?
I think still that ultimately nothing matters, is like we talked about last week when we talked about voting.
Yeah, you don't believe it.
I think it's all an illusion. We can all believe and hope to think that we make our vote matters, but we know the Electoral College is controlled by people that we can't measure or understand. It's all BS. I don't know where any of this is going. Honestly, we can only manifest collectively a better ending, and you have, as your personal sovereign free soul, and Jason was very, very open and apt about that, is you can do whatever you guys want. You can manifest anything you want. You can be positive. You can work hard. You can take action. You can do the inner work. You can, love others, be forgiving, peaceful, kind, all those things, and your life will end up great. It doesn't matter about all the things we're talking about. We're just talking about what we see. And what we see right now is that the United States economy is declining. China, as a global economy, is declining. Everything is declining. It's like the end of the age is here, and all the old systems have to go away to bring on abundance, which would be a golden age, in my opinion. I
agree. And, someone's saying Jeff contends nothing bad will happen. I respect that bad shit's happening every day. What Jeff says is we win. I don't say that bad things aren't going to happen. I'm saying at the end of the day, we're going to win. You don't have to believe that. You can be in fear and guilt and control.
I agree.
Believe that we're going to win.
Listen, from creation, from entropy comes creation.
Thank you.
So you have to have destruction to create anew. And the only thing in life that's guaranteed, besides our meat modems expiring, is change.
That's right.
So you have to be open. You have to be open to change. And obviously, the only thing that is going to happen positively and change is the old systems have to collapse. So if you're attached to the old systems, which many people are, then yes, it's theoretical that you're probably going to have to deal with some quote unquote down times. But again, it's Jeff, we talk about this every time we talk about this. Down times is perception too, right? What is the learning experience that you get from the quote unquote downtime?
And Alana just made a great point. She corrected me without really correcting me. She said up here, we win. And then she said, thought about it a little bit and said, wait a minute, we already won. We're just manifesting the win.
Exactly. Somebody just said we have to be at peace inside. That is 100% the truth. If you're going around in your life worrying and fearful, you're going to have cancer or heart disease or diabetes or some horrific physical sickness that you create because of your beliefs.
Yep. I was on the Vegas Strip one day back when I lived there, and I saw this dude wearing a shirt that said, "Hustlers love recessions."
Exactly. There's no, dude,
I'm a hustler. This is a recession. I'm loving it.
Jeff, I say this all the time. I'll say this tomorrow morning to my real estate team in this front office where I'm at right now. I say, it'll be the greatest every time there's a recession. And I believe that it'll be greater than a recession this time. It's the greatest wealth transfer in the history of mankind. What side are you going to be on when the old systems decline and the new systems explode? Are you going to be a part of the new system? So how, like you said, how much are you willing to hustle? How much are you willing to create a plan and take action?
Exactly.
There'll be untold opportunities, dude. Untold opportunities.
Are you willing to be a hustler?
A hustler.
But so many people just want it given to them. Just give me some stuff.
Bro, the victim mindset is what dominates in our world right now.
It really is. It really is.
What am I owed?
Everybody. You know, I was thinking, you know, everybody that's 35 and under, they just have entitlement. They just want to be given. Yeah. But over the past few days, I've met a couple of people under 35, and dude, they're not that way.
No,
there's 35ers are waking up. Like,
well, there's brilliant.
Like, where did I see her? Ultraviolet Aether. They're waking up.
There's brilliant ones out there. All the millennials that I have met that I know who are under in that age group that you just talked about, which is like, to me, really, I think if you're over 30, you pretty much understand what it takes from a work standpoint. You've never had everything given to you. But the under 30s, the people that I've met that have it together are brilliant beyond measure.
Absolutely.
Like they're really driven and they totally.
Brilliant's a great word. And they almost have to be exceptional to be from their generation and get it. It's like the divine's picking you, and you come with me.
My 10-year-old daughter right now. Hey, Alex, are you out there? Yeah. Come over here. I have her watching all of this now, dude. She watched the whole podcast that we just did, although she was asleep when I went out there.
Well, that's our fault, not
Alex,
hers.
come on. I'm going to bring you on the show. Come on.
That's her fault, not ours. Our fault, not hers.
Come here, Alex.
Because we were boring the hell out of her.
Come here.
All right, clean up your language, Jay Campbell.
Oh, yeah. I haven't sworn in a long time. Say hi. Jeffrey Doherty, meet Mini-Me. Alexandra.
Hello.
Campbell.
Hey, Alexandra. How are you?
Good.
Excellent. Good to see you. So you're watching the shows now, huh?
Yeah.
What do you think?
What was your feedback?
I don't know.
You don't know? Did you really watch the show?
Yes, I watched it.
Are you going to make some comments?
Mm,
Nothing. You got 3 seconds and I'm getting
We
ready.
can't see her. She's off camera.
She's too short. Actually, I can lower the thing. Hold on. Let me see. I don't know how to lower it, dude.
Oh, well.
Yep, don't worry. Okay, Alex, she had her cameo. I love you.
Thank you, Alex.
But no, it's true. We have to be parents, or excuse me, we have to lead our children. We have to provide them content and understanding that is outside of the matrix programming. Because Jeff, we both know that that's all these kids get today.
That's true.
I mean, look what Jason was talking about with cursive and the schools and the textbook. That's the attack. The attack is in the schools.
But that point he made about
mind-blowing.
I knew something was wrong when they were eliminating cursive.
Mind-blowing.
But I didn't realize the depth of it's an agenda. It's an attack.
Yes. Somebody, who was it that said this to me the other day? Somebody told me that the average high school graduate in 1950 would be a MBA or what was it? An MBA or some sort of postdoctoral graduate in college of today. That's how different education is in just 50 years.
Isn't that crazy? But
it's true. I mean, he talked about trigonometry. I mean, dude, they don't know anything today. They don't. I mean, honestly, you guys want to know something that's horrific is ask a 25-year-old or under where Ohio is on a map who lives in California. Ain't going to happen.
Hell, half of them that live in Ohio can't find Ohio.
Well, they'll Google it, but they still don't know where anything is like directionally. They don't know like east, west, north, south. They don't know anything about declination or longitude or latitude. All that stuff has been engineered out, gone. It's mind-blowing, dude.
Wow.
Mind-blowing. Now, don't get me wrong. These kids today are really, really smart when it comes to harnessing technology and manipulating data. They're amazing. But when you put them in person to person, like, you know, have to talk one to one, it's a real struggle. Their social skills are really bad, and they really just don't have any understanding of history. The complete historical understanding has been just opted out, just edited out.
So the winners used to write the history. Now they just don't write history at all.
Amazing, dude.
It is terrible. You better get home or Monica's going to kill you.
Dude, Monica's in Iceland. I haven't seen my
That's
wife
right.
in 14 days.
That explains why Jay is still with us. You all know my social situation, but Jay has a lovely wife, but she's in Iceland. So that explains why we're having this special bonus follow-up of the...
No, we're having it because we have 250 amazing people watching us live.
That too. Oh my, but I mean, this was a great interview. This was better, I think, than the Bob Sanders interview.
It was, man. It was.
Nothing against Bob Sanders. It was just really, really good. This is an interesting comment.
Look at Tony Montacone shows up.
Is that Tony Montacone? Is that Tony Montacone?
Holy moly.
The man, the myth, the legend. I haven't met him, but we've cried on each other's shoulders virtually a little bit.
What's up, Tony?
I wish I could. And Tony, if you do come up here to visit I think you said your aunt, make sure you give me a shout because I'll definitely come across the bridge and see you.
Jeff will definitely actually go somewhere to see Tony. What's up? That's awesome, man.
Absolutely, I would.
No, he said the same thing too. He was like, it was totally believable. He's like, there's no way that guy's BSing us.
Yeah, that guy's legit, no doubt about it. And I understand that Tony Montacone is legit too.
Yeah, Tony Montacone is super legit, man.
I'm calling him Montacone. I guess that's wrong, huh?
No, I call him Montacone too. Just call him T. I don't think I ever call him anything. He says lava LLO. We do. Yeah, I mean, honestly, guys, it was so phenomenal. I mean, I'm really, really glad that we brought him on today. And again, without you guys, we don't have a show. So thank you guys so much for watching and everything like that. I mean, Jeff, we can shut it down if you want.
Yeah, and let's continue to send in to Jay's email questions. You can send them to newcosmicknowledge@gmail.com as well. Montacone is right, Jay Campbell.
I know.
So I was right.
Yeah, I know.
You're trying to steer me wrong, bro.
No, dude. He's a paisan from New York, dude. He just moved his family down to Florida so he could get.
Tony's the guy that didn't even know me, and when I was going through my South Florida adventure, he was reaching out to me and helping a brother out. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, no, Tony's amazing people, dude. He's definitely.
Who's Matt Lawrence?
Oh, is Matt in there too? Matt, what's up, dude? Matt's my graphics guy in Thailand.
Oh, okay, awesome. Nice to see you, Matt.
Yeah, Matt's a great dude too, man. I talk to him like 2 or 3 times a day. He's in the WhatsApp group that you could be in.
If I could get my damn Apple ID.
Dude, I swear to God, that took Monica 7 months when that debacle happened. What are they saying right now, by the way? What is Apple telling you?
It's a long, sad story. I joined Sandra's family.
Yes, I know.
So when things went south with Sandra, I said, I'm not going to stay on your family plan. And then Joe, her ex, bought the phone to use it for his business. And he couldn't get into it because it was on my Apple ID. So he put it on his. And now somehow that screwed up my whole Apple ID. So anyway.
Amazing.
I'm about ready.
I'll throw a shout out to Matt. For you guys watching right now, if you guys need a graphics artist person or somebody that can like do amazing design work, that's your guy. Reach out to him. Matt, you want to put your email in the thing? He's brilliant, man. He has very awesome creative flair and eye. I mean, he's been doing all my graphics work for almost 4 years now. So almost everything on this wall, he created the DOT logo. He created this. I mean, he's done all this stuff. The Decoders of Truth logo up there. Guy's amazing. So if you guys need a graphics artist person, he's the guy. Reach out to him.
Absolutely, reach out to him. We want to keep helping the folks that help us and working with the folks that work with us. Absolutely. Yep,
100%. Matt, make sure you put your email in there so people can find out how to connect with you and stuff like that. But great dude, works hard, hustler. He's he does freelance from Thailand. He's smart. He's living in Thailand. It's like 1/10 the cost of living in America.
Jay, it's so funny. I'm sitting here looking in the chat room, and I've had people say this to me. They're like, Jeff, we knew from the very beginning that wasn't going to work out. And I just go, why the hell didn't you say something?
Yeah. Well, I don't think it would have mattered, man.
How do you know?
You're smitten, dude. I mean, it's just the way it is. I mean, I had to go through jail, losing my house, losing my kids, multiple felonies, the whole nine. I mean, I had to hit rock bottom and attempt suicide before I woke up. I still remember my good friend calling me and was like, dude, what are you doing? Leave her.
Yeah.
You're going to end up bad. Actually, you ended up clear compared to what I ended up.
I'm not going to say that Jay was being very forceful, but one day he said to me, he literally said to me, ladies and gentlemen, Jay calls you up on the phone and he says, I am going to stop being your friend if you don't leave. You said those words to me.
No, way worse though. I said, Jeff, I love you, but if I get that call from jail, I'm not answering. No, I'm not accepting it. A collect call from whatever county detention center.
But he said,
that's the only way it can end.
I'm not going to be your friend if you don't get out of there.
It can only end bad when you're with a woman that is a little unbalanced.
But anyway, we don't want to say anything bad about people that some people know.
No, she's a good person. She's just, on her own path now.
Yeah, exactly. With my car, but we're not going to talk about that. And my TV and my chair. What happened to my chair, Jay?
And
my chair.
Your iCloud account.
I missed my chair. This has gotten really unglued here, I tell you. I'm going to pay for this, but hey, what the heck?
All right, guys, let's raise a fund to get Jeff a better chair.
Do you remember my red and black chair, Jay?
Yes, it was awesome. It was like it looked like a Recaro leather car seat.
It did. It was awesome. And rumor has it that it got put in the dumpster.
That's normally what happens. Hey, it didn't light on fire. At least there wasn't a video of it on fire.
Yeah, if it could have burned, it might have been burnt, but it couldn't burn, so it just got thrown into the dumpster. Oh, that's so.
People are going to watch this and laugh, dude. This has been an epic little short broadcast. What have we been on for, like 20 minutes?
40 minutes.
40? Wow.
Yeah.
Time flies.
I'm telling you, though, you talk about going through hard times, bad times. And really, for me, it was just being stupid, but I learned a lot.
No, dude, you didn't go through hard times. It was a learning experience. Everything is.
It was.
Oh, and by the way, let's announcement for those of you guys on my email. You already know this, but Matthew Ferry's book launched today.
Oh, it did.
It's 99 cents on Amazon, and if you go online and buy, it's the Kindle version for 99 cents for the whole week. It's called Epic Life. What is it? Hold on. Somebody will probably put it in the group right now.
And from the It's a Small World department, I worked for Matthew Ferry's dad.
Yes, you did. Okay, it's called, I'm sorry that I can't remember. It's called Quiet Mind, Epic Life. Go on Amazon and get it. It's 99 cents. And if you get the Kindle and you email him a receipt and show him that you bought it, he actually will send you the paperback copy for free.
No way.
Yeah, I swear to God, they'll mail it to you. I think you got to leave an Amazon review for it too.
Oh, dude, I'm doing that.
Prove that you did it. But guys, honestly, I wrote about it today in my email. And if you're not on my email newsletter, you're missing out because
I don't know why Alana's
email
catching my eye, but I know I interrupted you, Jay, big time, but
no, it's cool. It's cool.
She says nothing wrong with loving faster than others.
Exactly. But guys, seriously, go on Amazon and download that book for 99 cents and leave a review. And just leave them a 2 or 3 sentence review and read the book. But guys, I'm not kidding you. From a consciousness standpoint, that book is a game changer.
Oh, Michelle Cannon Free.
That book is a total game
what
changer.
She wrote? Michelle Cannon Free.
Maybe someone else is perceived in your
chair. Maybe someone else is perched in my chair. Ooh, I'm gonna have to go to the burn unit over that one. That was a burn.
Yeah, let me see if I can post a link. It usually blocks me when I try to post links. But
even if you don't have a Kindle, buy it for 99 cents. And you can
you can get it. You can get the paperback for free.
Yeah.
And guys, honestly, it's an amazing book. It's Quiet Mind, Epic Life. I'm putting a link in right now. It's an absolutely amazing
water.
book.
Thank you so much.
Totally amazing book. I just put it in the link. I just put it in right there. Oh, it won't let me put it in. It blocked me.
Somebody mentioned water, and I just remembered I have a water subscription still going to South Florida. I need to cancel that.
Hold on. I'll put a link in there one more time. Let me just see if
I don't, because if you go in here and make a comment, I'll make you a moderator and you'll be able to put comments in. So just say something in the chat.
It just did. It blocked me.
Oh, no, just say hi.
Hi. TOT.
Did you?
Yeah, I just put, it's TOT Revolution.
Oh, TOT Revolution. I'll wait for it to pop up.
Should just say hi.
But then you'll be able to, I'll make you a moderator and you'll be able to do all that stuff.
Sweet.
So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, why are there no comments coming up? Heather Cooper, Jess O'Laughlin. I don't see you yet, brother.
Who knows?
Oh, we'll get it. Michelle Cannon Free. Anyway, we'll figure it out. Oh, thank you so
I
much.
just gave you $20 towards a new
Rocky
channel.
Stucci. Jay needs to show.
It still won't let me put the link in there, dude. Here, I'll give it to you in the chat and you put it in.
Rocky says that he needs you to show him how to be sexy again.
Show him how to be sexy again?
Yeah. Look what he did for me, Rocky.
Is Rocky's a woman or a dude?
Rocky is a dude, bro. Dude.
Rocky sometimes with an I or a Y. I don't know.
Rocky.
I just put it in yours, dude. Just put it in there now. I just gave it to you.
Oh, well, okay.
In the chat. I mean, it's in the YouTube chat or the Zoom chat.
Boom, there it is. That's how you get the book, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you guys, honestly, the book is amazing. I get nothing for promoting his book at all. It helped me tremendously. It's changed my entire game. It's just a phenomenal book. I mean, honestly, every single person who reads it will get massive value and benefit from it. It's that good. It's such a high-powered, spiritually aware. It's just a consciousness shift. I mean, Matthew's one of the smartest, most spiritually aware humans on the planet. I mean, he's incredible.
Why is he selling it for 99 cents?
Because, what they do with like some of these independent publishers, he's using an independent publisher where they want to trip the Amazon algorithm and do really, really well in the first 4 or 5 days so that it launches like really high,
Gotcha.
And gets like rankings and stuff like that. I didn't do that with my book, but that's because I know how to launch books like super, because I'd done 2 before. So I know how to launch a book number 1. I have a huge, very loyal fan base that follows me too. So I know how to do it. But I learned from teaching myself, but they're working with a very high level independent book publisher, and their way to do it is amazing. I'm sure he'll launch number 1. I mean, the book is number 1 book in my mind. Anyway, It's not good.
I've been saying something for a few days, waiting to see if somebody would actually pick up on it. And finally, Monkey Experiment did pick up on it. I've been sitting here a few days saying, I miss my chair. And that's actually a line from Captain Kirk when they brought out the new Enterprise. It had a different chair, and he said, I miss my chair. I really do miss my chair, but good for you, Monkey Experiment. If you want to email me.
Somebody just said, I just got out of a serious quagmire with an unbalanced woman. Jail, then vindicated. Archons work in mysterious ways. Threw you off a right-hand path. Guys, every man knows that if you're a provider and your wife pulls or ex or girlfriend or baby mom or whatever pulls the whole domestic violence card on you, you're done. That's
done.
the way the system works in America.
So send me an email, Monkey Experiment, newcosmicknowledge@gmail.com. I'll send you my ebooks since you got that. Star Trek V, we're being told that was the show it was in, the movie it was in.
Yep. All right, guys, I'm going to take my daughter to dinner. Jeff, that was amazing. Guys, seriously, please send us questions. It's jay@trtrevolution.com. Follow-up questions. I promise you, we're going to have Jason on in a couple of weeks. Next week is a holiday, so it won't happen. But probably like probably 2 weeks from now or 3 weeks from today, which would be like the first week.
Next week is Thanksgiving week, but then the next.
Yeah, no, like the week after that, I have my interview or my webinar. We'll do our show on Monday night, but it'll just be me and you. And then I've got my webinar with what's his name on Thursday.
I'm just checking the calendar because we can still do it the
desert.
I'm going to the desert on the 27th.
Yeah, and by the way, Jay Campbell may be there.
Well, let me know, bro.
No, I will. Don't worry. There's a very strong possibility that I will show up and make a cameo.
Perfect. And then the next week I'm going to be in Kansas City, but I'll be able to do the show on Monday night.
Yeah, we'll definitely have it.
Which will be the first day of Hanukkah.
You can't break the action, bro.
No, we can't.
It's too good. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching us. If you guys have any ideas for other people that we should interview, again, same thing, but more specifically right now, send us questions.
Absolutely.
Please send us questions.
Absolutely. Jay, go ahead and log off. I'm going to stay here just for a few more minutes with these people.
Okay, man. I'll talk to you. Take care.
Love you, bro. Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right. We missed having Rocky and Scotty on because we had Scotty had a lack of internet access at the campground that he was currently residing in. So we need to get the Rocky and Scotty show put back together. Scotty, let me know if we're still going to be able to do Rapscallions on Thursday night. Rocky wasn't drunk. Rocky took the day off to be on the show. So we want to get that back together. Tomorrow night at 8:30 Eastern time, I'm going to have an amazing lady on. Her name is Jessica Hope Hunter. She's going to talk about crystals. She's going to talk about energy readings. She's going to talk about women's beauty and maybe even men's beauty. So yeah, she's going to be on tomorrow night. And then I believe on the 14th, whatever day that is, I've got a amazing person who's I believe a psychiatrist. I believe she's a doctor. If not, she should be. And we're going to talk about female narcissists, sociopaths, and what's the one I'm forgetting? Narcissist, sociopath, psychopath. It's going to be fascinating stuff coming up this week. And now we're going to have Thursday night, the consequential Rapscallions. Don't know if Rocky will be able to join us, but we'll at least have Scotty Roberts, unless, again, he can't get his internet access out there where he is. But it's going to be a really good week of shows. Sunday, we'll still have the Not Your Normal Sunday show. And that was really good this week. If you didn't see it, he is now in a campground down out of the mountains. The internet is good here. The force is strong. Often. Og Talese, he's asked me 3 times, okay, Jeff, let's do it. And I just have dropped the ball. I will definitely get on that. No doubt about it. We'll get Og Talese on. It'd be my honor. We'll get Jason back on. Just a lot of really good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Just a lot of really, really good stuff. And if you do want to see people on, let us know who you want to see on. And if you have any questions and you want to throw them out, do so right now. Great stuff from Jason Rice. Great stuff from Jay Campbell. Going to be in the desert. Yes, Scotty Roberts says he's always on time, but it's just Robert's time. It's a little different than the rest of the universe's time. That's okay. Interestingly enough, I've also been in touch with Laura Eisenhower, and we just never been able to make that complete connection. Yeah, Rocky says that Scotty needs to repent. Ain't that the truth? Jay weighs in, TOT Revolution. I'm going to go ahead and make him a moderator right now. Not sure why he's not, but boom, we took care of that problem, so he won't be bugging me to put links in anymore. He can do it his damn self. I'm going to be in the desert. That will start on the 29th, I believe. Let me confirm that date. Yes, that's going to start on the 29th, I believe, and go through the 1st or 2nd. That'll be Witness in the Desert. Rex Bear will be there. Derek Bros will be there. I'll actually be there. Much love to you, brother Rocky. Rocky Stucci's a handsome man. That's all I have to say. Shut up. So that'll be there. And I talked to a fascinating guy today about some caverns down in Arkansas that apparently have a vortex, not a vortex, but they have a vortex and a portal, and they're like regularly seeing, who's Joe? Oh yeah, I have to get with Joe. I don't know what the whole changes if Joe still wants to come on. I hope he still does. I will get with him on that because that would still be a great show. And so apparently in this cavern in Arkansas, there is a portal, and they're getting regular entities coming in through this portal, and time has been shown through objective controlled experiments to be slowing down. If you can fly into Prescott, fly into Prescott. And I'm going to go there as soon as I can. And we're going to find out about that. And I'll be in Kansas City the week after the desert thing. And it just so happens that the guy that told me about this lives in Kansas City. So how about that? It only slows down 1.5 minutes over every 24 hours, though, Tracy. So you get an extra minute and a half of your life, but All right. I can't really talk about a fact finder more than that because I'm under an NDA. So we'll stay. That's all I can say about it right now. Yes, that Joe, Joe from South Florida. I'll get back in contact with him and tell him that people on the channel are asking for him to come on. I'd love to. Yeah, Tracy says I need more than a minute, 1.5 minutes. Yeah, I know. I can't say any more about it. You can keep asking me questions. Prescott, I believe is how it's pronounced. But yeah, you can keep asking me and I'll keep telling you I can't say anything more about it. Sorry. So that's what's coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Great stuff. It's a crystal mine. So it makes sense that a crystal mine might be a portal. At least it makes sense to me. So that's some good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of interesting stuff going on. Shane Stevenson's going to be in St. Augustine for Thanksgiving. It's a little far away for me. Sounds like sacrednicity. I like that, Michelle Cannon Free. That's a great way to put it. Alana says syncretism. Put your life in. Put it into your life. I don't get oh, and when. Okay, that was a follow-up. I got it. Yeah, we'll find out about that. We'll be doing some work from that for sure of the place there in Arkansas, because Arkansas is not that far away from me. Oh, it was another conversation. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Unless I get some questions popping in. Would I interview a witch? Absolutely. Done it before. I'd love to do it again. Love to do it again. Deborah Tavares, she's the authority on what? I'm not sure. Rex Bear is live in 1 minute. Yeah, but he'll be late. He runs on Robert's time. So we'll finish this up. That sounds very interesting. I think it does too. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Whiskey Road, downtown Prescott, Arizona. Time will really slow down. Yeah, I bet. I really bet. Cool, because I'm one, says Dana. Well, great. That's a great question. The only place in the U.S. where you can find diamonds is Arkansas. Huh. How about that? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. This has been a great day of podcast excellence. And somebody asked me, Jeff, how long do you wear the same shirt? Well, see, here's how it goes. When I wear shirts that you see me on in the podcast, I'm only wearing that shirt while I do the podcast. So if I do 5 or 6 podcasts in one day, you won't see the same shirt 2 days in a row. But if I do 3 podcasts in one day and 2 or 3 or 4 the next day, then you might see the same shirt a couple days in a row. Doesn't mean that I've worn the same shirt for like 3 days in a row. No, it just means I'm wearing it only for the podcast. So there's the answer to that mystery. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, you guys are definitely the best. And I know some of you are jonesing to go over and see Rex. And I will talk to Rex about the vortex, the vortex slash, what did I call it? Portal. We are all diamonds in the dung, aren't we, Brandy? Much love to all of you. That was a great show. That was a great day of podcast excellence. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, we are the last generation of real humans. We are unindoctrinating ourselves. We are creating ourselves. We're building a life that we love. This is the inside job. Nice to see all of you. Party on. Let's be excellent to each other. We're the last generation of real humans. And I just got to ask you one more time. If you keep doing what you always do, you're going to get what you've always got. How's that working for you? Is it time to change? We're the last generation of real humans. Let's get busy, cousins.